Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a review of a supernatural horror film, body horror film sequel. And tonight's movie is Hellraiser III: Hell on Earth. I own almost all the Hellraiser movies, yet I've only seen the first two Hellraiser movies. So I figured I'd get on that, considering I've owned this collection of 3 through like 8 for a few years. I figured I'd get on watching them finally. So this one is I've heard from people that this sequel is where it really started to just kind of suck a bit. And this one's about like a reporter that has to find a way to send Pinhead back to hell, basically. And I was a little worried about watching this one because I heard this is the one where the series started to get a little shaky. And I was worried until I saw who directed it. The guy who directed it is the same guy who directed Waxwork. Waxwork 1 and 2. Those two movies are absolutely awesome. Especially the first one. The first one's definitely better than the second one, but the first one is easily one of the best horror films just of the 80s in general. So I'm interested in seeing what the creative mind behind Waxwork can do for a film, for a series like Hellraiser. Let's find out, shall we? So the movie starts with credits, and then the kind of club owner in the movie, JP, who kind of looks like a greaser going into an art gallery and buying this work of art that has both Pinhead and the box. I forget what it's called. I think it's called the Configurate Lamet. I don't know. The puzzle box in Hellraiser, encased in this like statue. So he buys it, and then some guy ends up in the hospital with chains just sticking out of him, like hooks and chains all in him. And then you see his head explode. A reporter sees this, and she wants to know why, so she does some research. And yada yada yada. The acting and writing in this movie, not gonna lie, kind of good. Decent, you know? The effects in this movie are really, really good, other than a few scenes of CGI that's a little cringe-worthy. But all in all, the effects are really good. I expected them to be good. I mean, it's a fucking Hellraiser movie. The lighting and camera work are about average, you know, nothing too amazing here. The characters in this movie, they're likable, relatable, about average, not super complex, not super deep, but not, you know, super shallow either. The music is awesome. The film has some pretty cool atmosphere every now and again. The gore effects in this movie are amazing. It does have a little bit of trouble connecting itself with the previous films in the series, and the sequel hook they kind of give at the end, even though it's a really crappy, kind of stupid sequel hook, I still really loved the sequel hook. And I'm thinking about actually watching and reviewing the next one in the series tonight, the In Space sequel, basically, or In the Future sequel. Whatever. I mean, there have been a few horror series that have done the whole, hey, let's go to space idea. 2 of them are Leprechaun and Jason X. Jason X was pretty good. Leprechaun, no. But we're not reviewing Bloodline. I think it's Bloodline. We're reviewing Hell on Earth. So, it's not as good as the previous 2 films. It's not. But if you take it for what it is, take it with a grain of salt, it's still really fun to watch, it's still really enjoyable, and a little bit cheesy at times. Which is something that you really don't expect from Hellraiser, honestly. Because it's a really kind of dark, serious series. And the third one in the series is kind of cheesy. They introduced some new Cenobites in this one, which, I'll be honest, I really liked the kind of new Cenobites they added. Although I doubt they're going to be in any of the other films in the series. I'm just assuming that they won't be. because all the Cenobites, all the original Cenobites are so far only in the first 2 films. So I'm going to assume that for the rest of the series, it's probably just going to be Pinhead himself. I'm just assuming this. The rest of the Cenobites might make a return. The CG in this film leaves a lot to be desired, but it's still pretty good. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like Nosferatu and 10 being something like Brain Dead, Hellraiser 3 Hell on Earth is probably about a 5. It's pretty gory, about average. It's definitely like, it definitely has a higher body count than the first 2 films, but it's still not as, I want to say, violent. I just want to say it's still not as violent, honestly. I really like this one though. I really did. Now let's hope that part 4 is good as well. 4 out of 5 stars. So anyway, guys, if you liked the video, like my channel, be sure to like this video, favorite it, whatever you want, and maybe subscribe perhaps. I would really, really appreciate that. And check the links in the description below. There are links to things like my Tumblr, Twitter, all that, Facebook. All that is in the description below, as well as Rotten Cotton t-shirts, where I get my horror film t-shirts like this I Drink Your Blood t-shirt I'm wearing right now. This is available on their site for like 15 bucks. It's a pretty good deal if you buy like 6 or 7 shirts, and you get, and if they're like under 20 bucks, you can buy them all together as a package, and you get it for like 70 bucks, and it's a really, really good deal. It's where I get my horror film t-shirts. And be sure to check out my friend Chloe, her cosplay and makeup tutorial channel. It is in the description. She always does something really interesting, really cool. And I guess that's it. I'm signing off. You guys have a good day, good night, good whatever. Peace.